It's everyone's friend, it's Tyler. It's everyone's friend, it's Tyler.
Hey guys, Tyler here. There is something that is known as the 4 laws of wokeness. So the question then becomes, what exactly are those 4 laws? The first law is the iron law of woke projection. That is to say that woke people always project. The second law is the iron law of woke corruptions, that wokes are almost always corrupt. The third law is the iron law of woke inversion, meaning that the woke words mean the opposite of what they actually say. And the final law is the woke law of overreaction. That is to say that woke people always flip out if exposed. When I was watching the Democratic convention in Chicago for this year, I couldn't help but to think that many of these laws are pretty much applicable to the clips I saw, and so without further hesitation, let's react to them.
In the fight for 50 years to give Medicare the power to negotiate low prescription drug prices, we finally beat Big Pharma.
Both Joe Biden and Kamala Harris received millions of dollars directly from Big Pharma. Joe Biden received over $9,055,197, and for the case of Kamala Harris, she received over $2,308,104. Additionally, many employees across the countries were faced with an ultimatum. You either take the COVID-19 vaccine or you lose your job. And unfortunately, because of that personal decision that they were faced with, millions upon millions of people lost their job directly because of that ultimatum.
Kamala locked up murderers and drug traffickers. She will never rest in defense of our freedom and safety. Donald Trump fell asleep at his own trial, and when he woke up, he made his own kind of history, the first person to run for president with 34 felony convictions.
During the 2016 election, there were at least 2 different controversies with Clinton. The first major controversy was the whole entire issue about WikiLeaks, and the second major controversy was the fact that she was actually caught using some sort of private server for government emails, and that was pretty much violation of the law. She was later, of course, decided to destroy evidence of those emails at the same time, and apparently she also allegedly destroyed some sort of phones to actually destroy some evidence of that as well. The use of unclassified email systems not limited to Clinton. A review of the 30,322 emails from Mrs. Clinton's private server that the State Department has made public under the Freedom of Information Act provides an extensive record of how much sensitive information often looped throughout Obama's foreign policy apparatus on unclassified systems, from embassies to the United Nations to the White House. Many of the emails were sent over the state government department unclassified system, state.gov, which is considered secure, but not at the level of the State Department system for emailing classified information. At the State Department, officials have 2 systems for emails, one for classified messages and one for more routine businesses. They are nicknamed High Side and Low Side. Mrs. Clinton's private server, set up in her home in Westchester County, New York, was assumed to be even less secure than the State Department Low Side, although the unclassified server at some government agencies had been hacked in recent years. Of the 30,322 emails made public, 2,028 have portions redacted and are now classified at the lowest level of classification, confidential. Nearly 3/4 of those emails were classified because they contain what is called foreign government information, a vast category of information gathered through conversations and meetings with foreign correspondents that are the fundamental of diplomacy, but which had to be protected when the emails were released. Although what she have done could have been a federal offense, it was just simply a tap on the hand. Just, bad Clinton, don't do that again.
We can secure our borders without tearing kids away from their parents.
The last time I checked, Obama was actually the one that was building those cages.
If things don't go our way, we don't have the luxury of whining or cheating others to get further ahead. No. We don't get to change the rules so we always win. If we see a mountain in front of us, we don't expect there to be an escalator waiting to take us to the top.
You guys are absolutely right. It's not as if you guys went out your way to remove Robert Kennedy from the polling. It's not as if you guys went out your way to attack Bernie Sanders twice at the DNC. It's not as if you guys went out your way to attack Joe Stein or go after Tulsi Gabbard for that particular watch list for the terrorism. You see, you guys are totally innocent. You don't play dirty tricks. You guys are like the best group in the entire world.
Kamala Harris, she likes dogs. Dogs are good judges of character. So are cats. We cannot elect a president who does not like dogs or hangs around with people who shoot them.
One can say that this comment is actually barking mad because there's no evidence that Donald Trump actually is against dogs. President Trump signed federal animal cruelty bill into law. The bill, called the Preventing Animal Cruelty and Torture Act, makes intentional acts of cruelty to animals federal crimes, carrying penalties up to 7 years in prison.
By the way, I got a message for the Republicans and the justices of the United States Supreme Court. You can pry this wedding band from my cold, dead, gay hand.
There was an article that was done back in 2002 for the case of Donald Trump and his position about gay marriage, and it seemed as though that there was like a series of questions about this particular topic. What are your thoughts on gay marriage? I think the institution of marriage should be between a man and a woman. I do favor a very strong domestic partnership law that guarantees gay people the same legal protections and rights as married people. I think it's important for gay couples who are committed to each other to not be hassled when it comes down to inheritance, insurance benefits, and other simple everyday rights. This article was published directly by The Economist that was done on November the 15th, 2016. When it comes to the other red meat conservative social issue, gay marriage, Mr. Trump refused to play. Mr. Trump said on his views on gay marriage are irrelevant because the issue is already settled. It's law. It was settled in the Supreme Court, Trump said. I mean, it's done. Before I sign off, there's at least two other examples I want to share. The first example is the fact that the Democrats are against IDs for voting booths, but require IDs for the DNC. They're basically also against the notion of a wall, but they also have walls surrounding the DNC as well. As I demonstrated in this video, at least 3 of these laws are applicable to them. They were projecting throughout the whole entire thing. They were also subject to corruption. They were also using words to mean the exact opposite thing that they actually mean. But what do you guys think? Tell me in the comment section down below. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next video.